Some of my favorite songs include Something Beautiful, Because He Lives, and also the next song that we're going to sing. What do they have in common? All of these were written by the husband and wife duo, Bill and Gloria Gaither. And I truly believe that this couple has been blessed, so they in turn can be a blessing to others through their ministry of music. Before I go into the background of what led them to write this beautiful song, I have to say that this song was chosen by a very dear friend, Mavis Smith. Now, Mavis came to Calcutta many years ago as a missionary volunteer to serve with Mother Teresa's mission. We met at church and the friendship was instant. Years later, when we told Mavis that we were coming to Australia and I was going to get married to Nick, she, of her own volition, came all the way from down south to Darwin to represent my side of the family. You see, most of my family members couldn't come, but we did have a wedding for them in Calcutta, India. But for the wedding here in Darwin, I guess Mavis was our family, along with my very dear friend Nat. And Mavis has chosen this beautiful song because she is a doctor who has served people all her life. And she has also always had that great desire to share the love of Jesus with those who she comes into contact with. And so she has requested this very, very poignant song. You see, especially during this period, during the lockdowns due to coronavirus, most people have had to sort of stop whatever they're doing and focus in on other things. And while the busyness of life can sometimes get us down, I guess it's sometimes a very good idea to pause and think of things which are of greater significance. Now let's come back to what led Bill and Gloria to write this particular song. You see, it was the 1970s and the couple, like any young couple, were focused on taking care of their family and life in general. The second coming of Christ was not quite on their minds, till one evening they had some friends over for dinner. These friends included Chuck Milhuff and Jim Bogie. Now, these two evangelists shared their recent experience where they had been attending an evangelistic meeting and the sermon was preached by Jim Crabtree. Now, Crabtree pointed out that Jesus' coming is imminent, but because we're so caught up with the busyness of life, we sometimes forget that. He ended the service by walking through the congregation shouting, "The King is coming! The King is coming!" And I guess Milhuff and Bogie were so impressed by Crabtree's sermon that they couldn't but talk about it over dinner with Bill and Gloria. Later, when the two gentlemen left, the couple continued to talk about what Jim Crabtree had said, and they knew that it was imperative for them to write a song, the musical setting of which would be simple yet grand, almost like a coronation process. So Bill sat down at the piano and Gloria went aside to write the words, the music. As she sat down, she said it almost felt as if the words were flowing through her. She was able to draw on those word pictures and images that they had been talking about over dinner. When she had finished, she said she felt absolutely spent, but shaky with excitement because she knew that something wonderful had just happened. She then sat down with Bill, who had already organized his ideas for the music, and the words and the music fit together perfectly like a glove. Now, you see, this song has been made quite popular by a number of artists who have recorded it both in evangelistic meetings and concerts down through the years since it was composed in the 1970s. But what is most important is that message. That message still remains unchanged, that Jesus is coming, the King is coming very soon, and you and I need to be ready. You see, I have to include this, that I am not musically a skilled pianist or even a keyboardist. I had to play some of the songs before and sing along later because it was getting too complicated for me to sing and play. But it's not about my musicality. It's not about my singing voice. It is about the message and about praising God and lifting up his name and glorifying his name. So I know Mavis is going to sing along. I hope you do too, as we join together and sing this beautiful song which says, "The King is coming." Oh yes, he's coming very, very soon. Traffic in the streets, all the builders bustle of life. We will not forget that the King is coming. I hope that I will remember that, and I hope that you will remember that, and that we will be assured that he is coming to take us, to give us something much better than what this world has to offer. May our eyes be set on his coming rather than on things of this world, is my prayer. God bless and take care.